Hi friends. So today we are going into the part 6 of module 1 of power generation, transmission and protection. This is a subject of the 5th semester of electrical and electronics engineering students under the KTU syllabus. So today we are going into what is meant by load curve. So already we have completed the first half, that is hydrothermal, nuclear, solar and wind power plants, and now we are moving on to the economics of generation, and today we are going to study what is meant by a load curve. So a load curve is showing the variation of load on a power station with respect to the time, and this is known as a load curve. So if we are plotting the load variation on a power station with respect to the time, then we can call it as a load curve. So it is actually a graph. Okay, graph showing the variation in the load on the power station. So from that, we can derive three types of load curves. First one is known as a daily load curve. So what is a daily load curve? We know that the load on a power station, on a generating station or a power station, it never becomes constant. So what happens? It always varies from time to time. And if you're making a plot, that means a graph between this load variation on the whole day, and if you're recording it in a proper equal time intervals, then we can call it as a load curve. And this one is known as a daily load curve if we are plotting it on a daily basis, hourly or half hourly. Like that, if we are plotting the load with respect to time on a graph, then it can be called as a daily load curve. So this figure shows a daily load curve. Here you can see a daily load curve. Okay. What is done here? We are marking the loads in megawatt. Why? Because it is a power station. We are marking the loads in megawatt with respect to the time. So the x-axis is the time. Okay. So it is the time and the y-axis is the load. What is done? We are taking the load. What is the load at each 2 hours? We are marking the load at 2 hours. That means at 12 o'clock it is noted, then at 2 o'clock it is noted, then at 4 o'clock it is noted. Similarly, in an interval of 2 hours, it is being taken. And the plot is made as a continuous curve. And this is what is meant by a daily load curve. The knowledge of a load curve is very important. Why? Because we are going to study some more terms which are related to this load curve. So second load curve which we can derive is known as the monthly load curve. So a monthly load curve is something which can be obtained from a daily load curve of that month. If you are taking the daily load curves of the month, if you are having 30 days in a month, and if you are taking the daily load curves of that month, then we can derive a monthly load curve. And for this purpose, we are taking the average values of the power over a month at the different times of a day, and it is calculated and then plotted on a graph. Okay. So the monthly load curve is generally used for fixing the rate of energy. What is the rate of energy? It is to be fixed with the help of monthly load curve. So let's move on to the next one, that is the yearly load curve. So as you studied what is monthly load curve, it becomes very easy to study what is a yearly load curve. A yearly load curve is obtained by considering monthly load curves of that particular year. We are having 12 months in a year. If you are considering the 12 months load curves, then we can derive a yearly load curve. So yearly load curve is mainly used for determining the annual load factor. Next, we are moving into what are the significance of making this load curve. Okay, why we are going to study this load curve in detail? What is the reason, or what are the main significance of studying this load curve? So this daily load curve, it shows a variation of the load in the power station during different times of a day or different hours of a day. Okay, and the area under this load curve will give you what is the number of units that is being generated on that power station. So if we are plotting the load curve like this, I will be just trying to draw it and showing you what is the total. If we are taking the area under this curve like this, if you are taking the area under this curve, then what will it denote? What is the total number of units that is being generated on that day? On that particular day, how much power generation has been happened that can be found out by taking the area under the daily load curve. Now, what is the next advantage or next significance of drawing this load curve? The second one is that if we are finding out what is the highest point on the daily load curve, then it represents the maximum demand on that station for that day. For example, I'll explain it with this load figure itself, load curve itself. You can see that it is plotted like this. Okay, and what is the highest point in this curve? This will be the highest point, isn't it? You can see this is the highest point on the curve. And this curve, it denotes that at 6 p.m., you can see that the maximum load is coming at 6 p.m. and the load is 6 megawatts. Okay, so what does it mean? The maximum demand of that day is at 6 p.m. and the maximum load is 6 megawatt. So we can find the maximum demand of a day using this load curve. The highest point on the daily load curve, it represents the maximum demand on the station of that day. Okay, so that is meant by maximum demand. So what is the next significance? The area under this load curve, if we are dividing the area under this load curve, area under the load curve is actually the total number of units being generated. So if we are dividing this area with the total number of hours on a day, then we will be obtaining the average load. So what we can obtain? We can find the average load of a day just by taking the area under the load curve, which means it shows the total number of hours being generated, units being generated, divided by 24 hours, which means the average load under the, or for that day we will be obtaining. So I am mentioning everything with the help of a daily load curve. So just go through this one. This is the area under the curve. Okay. If you are taking the area under the curve, we will be obtaining the total number of units generated. Correct? If we are taking the total number of units generated on that day divided by 24 hours, we will get what is the average load. Correct? So we will be obtaining the average load by taking area in kilowatt hour we have to take. Why? Because we have to find out the average load also in the kilowatt value. So that is why it is mentioned like this. Next, we are moving into what is the next advantage or what is the next significance of finding this load curve. Ratio of the area under the load curve to the total area of a rectangle in which it is contained gives the load factor. So this one is used for finding the load factor. So load factor means, which we have already studied, that is average load. Average load divided by the maximum demand. The maximum demand is the maximum demand of a day. If you are dividing both of these values, you will be getting what is meant by a load factor. So you might be not understanding about what is a load factor and what is the significance of this load factor. Why are we finding this load factor? So that will be explained in my next video. So let's go through what is, how can we find this load factor using the load curve. So we have to take average load. What is the equation for load factor? Load factor is average load divided by maximum demand. Now the question is, why we are drawing this load curve and how can we derive this load factor from load curve? Is there any advantage of drawing the load curve to find the load factor? So what we are doing is we are multiplying this average load, the numerator and denominator, we are going to multiply with 24. So what will be the answer? Average load into 24 divided by maximum demand into 24. So average load into 24 means what is done? It is taken to this side. That means we are multiplying average load into 24, which means we will be obtaining the total number of units being generated on the day. Correct? So we can divide this average load now divided by the maximum demand into 24. So what is being done there? Maximum demand into 24 means what is being done? We are taking by the denominator, we are just multiplying with 24. Numerator and denominator we are multiplying with 24. So what is being happening here on the load curve? Just let us go through. Okay, take the load curve. First one is average load into 24. Average load into 24 means it becomes the area under the curve. Correct? Okay, next one, denominator is maximum demand into 24. So what is happening there? Maximum demand is this much, correct? Into 24 means actually it will be this area. Is it correct? If you are multiplying 6 into 6 is the maximum demand, isn't it? So into 24, which means actually what we are doing, this is the 24 hours, correct? So into 6. So this area of the rectangle is the denominator, becomes the denominator. Okay, so we can find the load factor just by looking at the load curve, taking the area under the load curve, and then whole divided by taking the area under the rectangle which consists of that maximum demand. So that is mentioned in this box, area under the daily load curve in kilowatt hour divided by the total area of the rectangle in which the load curve is contained, which means the load curve is contained. Okay, so you have to take the load, you can find out the load factor from this load curve as mentioned just now. Now what is the next significance? The load curve helps in selecting the size and number of generating units. So load curve normally helps in which all generators are to be turned on, which all generating stations should be turned off. Okay, so what is the size of the generating station? Generating unit to be selected. Whether it is a 25 megawatt generator to be selected, whether it is to be 10 megawatt generator to be selected, like that, we can get an idea about what is the load on that day. Okay, and we can predict the number of units to be selected. What is the next significance? That is the last significance is the load curve helps in preparing the operating schedule of the station. So what does it mean? Operating schedule means which all generators should be turned on which time it should be turned on to meet the load. To meet the load, which all generators should be turned on and which all should be turned off, at what particular time it should be turned on and off. This can be decided if we are seeing a load curve. So these are all the ideas regarding a load curve. Hope you all understood. Thank you everyone for listening. Stay tuned.